What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at how well Excadrill does in the Ultra League Premier Cup. Now yesterday I showcased a team with Galarian Stunfisk submitted to me by a member of the community, Jangle, so shout out to them. But this time we're going to see what Excadrill can do. Now, and this team was created by ThoTechtical, a great content creator, fellow member of the community, Twitch streamer and whatnot, so there'll be links down in the description to his channels. You guys can go check him out. He utilized Gyarados, Excadrill, and used Galvantula, XL Galvantula, instead of Alolan Muck. But Alolan Muck or Snorlax could also work. If you guys don't have the Aqua Tail Gyarados, try Dragonite. You guys could also try the team from yesterday, which was Dragonite. Use Excadrill. And then Empoleon as well. I think that could have some good play. But what we're going to see today is a lot of my sets that I did with this team were 3 2s and 2 3s, a lot of back and forth, and I think it was learning how to use Excadrill. I definitely got better with it the farther I went along. So we will be seeing wins and losses here, talking about how to play with Excadrill basically. And the play is, if you can take out those fighters early, or the counter users early, or the Swampert early, save a shield for Excadrill endgame and you'll be able to sweep. And we'll show how that works and why you need to do it basically in the losses. Also, Battle Catz podcast. If you guys haven't stopped by already, Caleb Peng and I have a podcast. We have a new episode out every single week. We have 5 episodes there on the podcast already. The most recent one, we dive deep into Ultra League. I talked about all of these teams that I ran, ones that you guys may not have seen yet, because I ran all these teams this last week and I'm creating content about them all. We talk about a lot of the other stuff in that in the podcast, so be sure to go check that out. There'll be links down in the description. You guys can head over there. We also got a new logo made by Polymers Up, so shout out to him. Thank you for making that logo. But yeah, guys, go check out the Battle Catz podcast. It is awesome. We talk about Go Battle League, everything you guys need to know. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. So we are going to see, like I said, this wasn't super dominating, but I think it's really interesting to try out Excadrill. Now, we have Umbreon on the lead right here, and if you guys saw a video the other day, I can't remember which one it was. Basically, if I see XL Umbreons on the lead, they typically always have double fairy in the back, that being like Clefable Togekiss or Clefable Alolan Ninetales, Togekiss Alolan Ninetales. Now, I have double counters to fairies in the back on my own team, so what I'm going to do is just ride this out right here with Gyarados into XL Umbreon. As you guys can see, XL Umbreon is an absolute tank. Dragon Breath and Aqua Tail is adding up though, so what I'm really hoping is that I could potentially get a shield here from my opponent come to the end, but they do have quite a bit of energy. So, like I said, I'm reading this team because I've been floating around 3K to 3.1K rating, and I've been seeing a lot of Umbreons in the leads that have Charmers in the back, or Fairies in the back, basically. So we're going to go ahead and let this go, actually, which is fine. Now, we're going to go ahead and come in with the Alolan Muck right here and load up on energy. You may be asking why the Alolan Muck. Well, I didn't want to have to shield. Last Resort will still hurt. It's neutral damage, but it doesn't do too much. And like I said, Excadrill is a sweeper. It's glassy. And we see a swap actually into Clefable, which just proves that, okay, they are running a double fairy comp. And the other Pokemon, if it's Togekiss or Alolan Ninetales, is going to be extremely weak. And we land the Sludge Wave right there, which is really nice. Is going to be extremely weak to Rock Slide on Excadrill. So I'm going to go ahead and commit to that farm down. But I swap now into the Excadrill. I have so much energy on Alolan Muck that I didn't want to dump it, so I'm just going to go ahead and save it, swap out, and this is just a hard team read, everyone. I could be completely wrong, and there could be a fighter, but thankfully there is a Alolan Ninetales. So, you know, I could have been completely wrong. There could have been like a Shadow Machamp in the back, and it would have been over. But just reading the team composition right there, I just felt that there was double fairy in the back. So this is where just spamming Rock Slide, overcharging energy as well, because we still have to worry about the Umbreon that is still in the back. It's very low, and then just getting shield. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this right here. We can put a lot of pressure with this Excadrill, and it's much with the Rock Slide, so we're going to go ahead and throw it right away. Now, the Alolan Muck here does have double Dark Pulse, so if we get a shield, I think I swap out. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and swap out. I throw the Sludge Wave right here, because I have enough energy for a Sludge Wave and a Dark Pulse, I believe. I might be one fast move off, so we land the Sludge Wave. Yeah, one fast move away, and then I go ahead and throw the Dark Pulse, or 2 fast moves away. So the Umbreon would have had to gain a lot of energy in order to take us both out, but that's fine. So that is going to be a good battle, very well played. All right. let's go ahead and move into the next one here. And like I said, what we'll see from today's video is that you want to be saving shields with Excadrill. So we have a positive lead here into Toxicroak. That's pretty nice. They swap out into a Shadow Snorlax, which is also pretty decent, considering I'm going to try to time the Body Slam right there. So I was hoping to catch Body Slam on the Steel typing here with Excadrill. But what we're going to do now is just throw this Drill Run right away. I actually don't want to kill it with one shot, because what I want them to do is throw a Superpower right here. I'm going to go ahead and shield. And I'm really hoping that this is superpower so I can try to farm down. It's just a Body Slam, which is unfortunate. And I know they have a lot of energy, so I'm going to have to double shield right here. I can't get one shot right now, and it is going to be a superpower. So we gave up 2 shields, but we're getting a lot of energy here with Excadrill. They do have 2 shields themselves, and if they bring back in Toxicroak, we're going to be able to threaten with Drill Run, which is really nice. So what we're going to do is we are going to see the Toxicroak come back in. I'm going to go ahead and go for 1 Drill Run. Because of that poison typing, this does super effective damage, so we will be seeing shields. So there's 1 shield. We're going to go ahead and throw another one. Here's going to be 2 shields. And I'm wondering if they actually don't have a counter to Excadrill in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and swap into the Gyarados right here and go straight for an Aqua Tail to put a lot of pressure on that health right now. We still have a Alolan Muck, which can do decent. And it's actually going to be an Ampharos in the back, which is pretty good considering now we have a wall for it basically. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a Crunch. I don't think I can get to 2 Aqua Tails. So I'm thinking Crunch is going to do a bit more damage. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get to 2. Now, this Ampharos has loaded energy, so I need to bring in the Alolan Muck right here to soak it all, and then we're going to close endgame here with the Excadrill. Remember, Toxicroak doesn't have too much energy. I think it only got 2 counters in, maybe 3. So Ampharos right here is going to be dumping its energy. There goes a Thunder Punch. Here comes another charge move. It's going to be... I'm going to try to farm down, hoping that they're just going to be throwing Thunder Punches. But if this is Focus Blast, I can swap right away. It is going to be Focus Blast. So I'm going to go ahead and swap and then commit to the farm down right here with Excadrill. And then the Toxicroak is going to be coming back in, but we have a Drill Run ready to go. And that is going to be a good battle. So it was a tough mid-game there, considering that, you know, maybe I should have thrown the Drill Run a bit later after they did a superpower, but I had to give up 2 shields in order to maintain that, and that was a good battle. All right. Moving to this next one, we have Gyarados on the lead versus Charizard. Okay, another positive matchup. I have seen so many positive matchup leads with Gyarados, by the way. We do see a Shadow Snorlax come in. So what we're going to try to do is the same thing. Just load up on energy, try to swap, and I misclicked. I misclicked into... I wanted to go into Excadrill. Or not Excadrill. To catch that Body Slam, right? But I misclicked. It happens, but Alolan Muck can still do well here too. So what I need to do actually is, knowing that Rock Slide can one-shot Gyarados, can do a lot of damage to Charizard, what we need to do is start getting shield. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw a Sludge Wave right here. It's going to do a massive amount of damage unless they shield, which they do decide to shield. That's fine. And then they're going to go ahead and throw their energy. So, did I shield? Yeah, I do decide to shield here. And we're going to try to get to that next Sludge Wave if I can. Hopefully I can. Yeah, I can get to the next Sludge Wave right here. So this is either going to get 2 shields, or we should be taking out the Shadow Snorlax. And it does get the second shield. So this is fine with me. This is actually a prime example. And I'm actually going to swap now into Gyarados. Firstly, to save the Alolan Muck for a sacrificial swap endgame. And also start getting ahead on energy and waste this Snorlax energy into Gyarados, which is going to be Body Slam, so they don't superpower the Excadrill. Now we will see a Venusaur come in, and this is where I say if you guys save a shield for Excadrill, it can sweep a lot of teams, knowing that there's still Charizard in the back. There's a Venusaur here right now, which has to throw energy against us, and it just threw it, so it actually isn't overcharged on energy, which is really nice. What we'll see is Excadrill, they actually undercharge right there so they could farm down, so that's a good call by them. We're going to see what Excadrill can do now. So it's a 1v3, but Excadrill has a shield, and we have a sacrificial swap here in a little bit. Actually, we have the sacrificial swap up right now, which is nice. So we're going to go ahead and just start loading up on energy. We're going to go ahead and shield this right here. This is going to be that Frenzy Plant. It does do a lot of damage, and we're going to overload a bit more. Now, what I'm going to do is throw a Rock Slide as well. Reason being, if they tried to swap into Charizard on the Drill Run, I wanted them to catch it. It's going to be the same energy, and it's still going to take out the Venusaur. So that is why it's a safe play to go for Rock Slide right there instead of Drill Run. Now we are going to see Charizard come back in. I'm going to overload a bit, and we do see a swap now into Snorlax, so I'm going to go ahead and go for the double Rock Slide now. Again, anticipating them doing a sacrificial swap. So we are going to get that Rock Slide off, and then the Charizard comes back in, and we're going to go ahead and go for this next Rock Slide. This will be one-shotting the Charizard right here, and that is going to be a good battle. So, great showcase right there of what Excadrill can do with a shield and energy if you time stuff right. Now, we are going to see what happens here when you don't do that. It was a learning process here with Excadrill, and I really want to try it again maybe next season with maybe a different team, but we'll see. So we have Obstagoon on the lead right here, which is kind of a tough neutral matchup because of the possibility with that Night Slash boost. Plus, he's loading up on a lot of energy, and I am kind of concerned of the Gunk Shot. But I'm guessing they're running with Cross Chop. So we're going to go ahead and just start throwing these Aqua Tails right here. I'm going to try to get to another one, which I do. And then I'm actually going to basically just let this next charge move go. I'm hoping it's just going to be Night Slashes. So we're just going to go ahead and let this go right here. We'll have to see what it is. It's a Hyper Beam. Oh my goodness. Boom! My Gyarados just got one shot right there. That is unfortunate. So now I need to come in with a Alolan Muck. Feels bad right now, right? This Obstagoon just beamed me to the face. Night Slash is resisted, though, so we're going to be able to load up on a lot of energy. And they have a Gengar that they swapped in, which tells me maybe they have double Ghost. Maybe they have Drifblim and Gengar, which means Alolan Muck is looking very, very good right now. And they're going to go ahead and surrender, and that is going to be a good battle. So, Alolan Muck, I think, does well against their backline. But, hey, they beamed me. But let's go ahead and move into this next battle here. So we have Gyarados on the lead versus Obstagoon. Again, another Pokemon I'm commonly seeing. So we're going to play it the same way, right? We're not going to give up shields. We're going to try to go for these Aqua Tails. And they're throwing energy right away, which tells me this is obviously going to be Night Slash. Now, like I said, you have to fear the boost from Obstagoon, because an Obstagoon with a boost on the lead is probably one of the deadliest things, especially if you don't have a Charmer or a Fighter to counter them. I have basically neutral matchups. So we're going to go ahead and just keep going for these Aqua Tails right here. I just want to chunk the health and maybe come in with a Alolan Muck and farm quite a bit of energy. So Night Slash is going to come through. It doesn't get the boost, which is good. We're going to overload a bit more. Going to go ahead and go for this Aqua Tail right here. Now, like I said, we're going to save those shields. So we're going to go ahead and try to Dragon Breath down, but we can't. They do get to the charge move, and I'm going to go ahead and let this go. Both Alolan Muck and Excadrill do well in neutral matchups with energy, so we're going to play to that. And they got the boost, which is unfortunate. But we can farm down right there. And we are going to see a Charizard come in. Okay, so Charizard's coming in, and I'm guessing, you know what, maybe they have Venusaur as well in the back, just considering what we see from the lead, right? So Obstagoon being a dark normal type, double weak to fighting, super weak to charm. So having Charizard to resist charm, and it's flying, so it resists fighting. Venusaur makes sense as well with that poison typing. So we're going to try to play to that. Now I'm going to go ahead and shield here and just try to go for another Dark Pulse. What I'm looking to do is get this Charizard low, but I'm going to make a key mistake, and this is where I kind of learned that Excadrill so we got the shields right there, which is great. And this is exactly where I want to be. I want to get 0 shields. I want to throw these Dark Pulses, get it low, and then right here I should let this go. You guys need to let this thing go. Let it go. I decide to shield. That is a mistake and a half. I could have let it go and been able to get to basically almost another Dark Pulse. They aren't going to be able to take me out right here with this Dragon Claw anyways. So this is where Excadrill would have been really, 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 really nice. So we're going to go ahead and throw Dark Pulse here and take out the Charizard. And the final Pokemon is in fact going to be the Venusaur. And this is where I needed that extra energy, or that extra shield, because what you guys are going to see is Frenzy Plant does so much damage. Galarian Stunfisk can survive a Frenzy Plant, right? It's very bulky, but Excadrill, my goodness, that did a lot of damage. Cannot. So in situations when you're reading a team, especially if you get all shields away from your opponent and you can save that shield for Excadrill, man, and you got the counter user out of the game early, that being that Obstagoon, so I'm guessing they don't have another counter user, save that shield for Excadrill. It'll save you more times than not, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. All right. Moving into this next battle, let's see how this one goes. We have Gyarados on the lead here versus Gyarados. All right, mirror fight. Now, what I like doing in this mirror match, especially when I have an Alolan Muck safe swap, is I build up to the crunch and then try to swap out. So hopefully if we didn't CMP tie, I'm going to swap instantly now into a Alolan Muck. So I throw the Crunch, we get a shield, and I swap into a Alolan Muck, and we get the charge move, which is really nice because this is going to be Crunch most likely, which is resisted by that dark typing there. So now we're going to start loading up on energy, and they're deciding to stay in, which tells me maybe they have Aqua Tail, but I happen to get the CMP tie there with Sludge Wave, which is pretty huge. So Aqua Tail is going to come through. We do, actually, yeah, I do get the Sludge Wave right here. This is going to put so much pressure on this Gyarados right now, and we land it. So, yeah, we landed and took it out. Now, Charizard is going to be coming in, so I need to get to this Dark Pulse in time. We get a bit of lag. I'm like, please, I just need to throw this Dark Pulse. Could have thrown a Sludge Wave right there, but I was really hoping to just throw a Dark Pulse. So this is going to get the Charizard low, which is always great. We still have 2 shields. We're sitting very, very well. They swap out now into Venusaur. So what I can do here is with 2 shields, I can bring in that Excadrill. Gyarados can handle the Charizard in the back. So we're going to bring in this Excadrill right here and look to overload on energy. Or just throw a drill run right away, right? They just swap, so they can't actually sack swap, but I need to have some excess energy with Rock Slide for that Charizard in the back. So we are going to start shielding right here. We saw how much damage Frenzy Plant can do to an Excadrill, so we have to shield that. And then going to start loading up on some more energy right here. And then we're going to keep loading, keep loading. They're going to go ahead and throw a charge move. I'm going to go ahead and shield again. What I'm hoping to get to is 2 Rock Slides right here before they swap. So we're just going to keep loading, keep loading, keep loading. Now I'm going to go for a Drill Run against the Venusaur. In hindsight, I should have gone for Rock Slide. Rock Slide would take it out. And if they sack swap, I want to be able to land it. We take out the Venusaur. We're going to go ahead and go for Rock Slide right here. This will be getting the shield from Charizard. Otherwise, it'll one-shot. And we're going to swap straight into that Gyarados right now and go for that Aqua Tail. But they do get off the charge move here. So they CMP tied, which means this is probably Blast Burn, which is fine. It takes out the Excadrill. Gyarados can now come in, and this is basically going to be a good battle. They will be able to get to a charge move, though, and I'm kind of concerned this is Blast Burn, and it might be enough damage, but I think it's just going to be a Dragon Claw. No, it's a Blast Burn. That still does a lot, and we barely are able to get to the Aqua Tail right there. So very good play by my opponent, saving a lot of energy there on Charizard. That was really nice, but good game. All right. Moving into this next battle, let's see how this one goes. I think we got three more. All right. We have Gyarados on the lead versus Charizard. Okay, so another positive lead. Like I said, I've been seeing so many Charizard Venusaurs. This is so nice. I'm going to go ahead and try to swap into a Alolan Muck here. I was a bit late on the swap. Should have done it either trying to time the charge move or do it instantly. You don't want to do it in between because they're just going to be able to load up on energy. So that was a misplay by me. I got to build up to Sludge Wave to threaten, and we're going to go ahead and throw Dark Pulse. That's what's nice about a Alolan Muck versus Venusaur matchup. You're just going to be resisting both Frenzy Plant and Sludge Bomb while doing neutral with both Dark Pulse and Sludge Wave, which is really, really good. One can be a shield bait. Now, you guys are seeing how much damage Frenzy Plant is doing. It's really adding up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to over farm right here. I could have gotten to that Dark Pulse in time, but I want to have energy on the back end versus that Charizard on the lead. So we're going to just overload right here, and then I'll go ahead and throw a Dark Pulse. This Dark Pulse will do enough damage to take out Venusaur. If they decide to shield, I can throw another one after one fast move. They let it go, though, which is fine. So we're going to see the Charizard come back in. I'm going to go ahead and throw Dark Pulse right away. Again, chunking some health right here. Get this thing low. Dragon Breath can really handle that Charizard with Gyarados. We do get a shield, which is nice. That gives more play for Excadrill endgame. Now, this Charizard loaded up on energy, and we've seen how much damage Blast Burn can do, but they do a fantastic swap into Ampharos on a charge move. Very well done right there by my opponent, but now we have Excadrill right here, which is beautiful. We're going to go ahead and bring this baby in. Now, we got to watch out for Focus Blast, right? That's going to do a lot of damage, so I'm going to go ahead and throw Drill Run just before they get to Focus Blast. If they shield, I'll shield in kind, so we're going to go ahead and throw it, but they don't shield, which is fine, which means we can get to this Rock Slide right here. Again, this is going to one-shot the Charizard. We have Gyarados, which actually is Energy Dry right here. So what we're actually going to do is I believe I decide to shield my Excadrill. My win condition, I think, right now is to bank that this is a Blast Burn, shield it, which it is, and then get to this Rock Slide right here with those Mud Shots, and this is going to be one-shotting the Charizard, and that is going to be a good battle, very well played. So taking advantage of throwing that extra energy, or farming a bit of extra energy versus Ampharos just before they get to Focus Blast is definitely crucial right there for that matchup. And moving into the last battle here, let's see how this one goes. We have Gyarados on the lead versus Abomasnow. Now, Abomasnow is very, very tough in the meta, especially with this team. It's going to do neutral to everything. XL Abomasnow is actually a big threat, but I try to time a swap here into a Alolan Muck to soak the first Weather Ball. Hopefully, maybe Energy Ball? No, it's going to be the Weather Ball, which is fine. So we get ahead on energy. We see a Shadow Machamp come in, which again is deadly. I need to get to this Sludge Wave right here. They do decide to throw their energy, which is probably going to be the Cross Chop, which will not KO. It's going to be neutral to us because we have that Poison Dark typing. And now we're going to throw that Sludge Wave right here. This should get us some shield advantage, which will be really, really nice. So we do land the Sludge Wave, or get the shield with the Sludge Wave. Now, Gyarados coming back in is going to have to shield one of these Rock Slides and look to get a bit of extra energy as well. Now, we also drew out potentially the hardest counter to Excadrill, which is good. But hopefully this is a Rock Slide. It is, so we shield it. That's good. And now we're going to build up on some energy, and then we're going to go ahead and throw the Aqua Tail right here. Aqua Tail should do a decent amount of damage. If not, should be able to finish off with Dragon Breath. Yeah, barely, not enough, and we can farm down. Now, we are going to see Abomasnow come back in, so I'm going to go ahead and try to go for a Crunch right here, but I went too late. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm going to have to let this go. It's going to be a Weather Ball. It doesn't take us out, which is beautiful, so we do get to the Crunch in time. So I was really going to be, that would have been really bad if I couldn't get that Crunch. But now I have to swap out into Excadrill because otherwise I would get farmed down. Now, Excadrill right here does pretty decent against Abomasnow because Rock Slide does do super effective damage, but they are ahead on energy, and I'm super squishy. So this is not looking good. They're not swapping out as well, so I'm going to go ahead and throw Rock Slide right here. This should be getting the shield, otherwise we'll be taking out Abomasnow, but still, Abomasnow against this team is very, very tough to deal with. We barely don't get to the Rock Slide right here, and I'm worried that this is going to one-shot us. Is it going to one-shot? No, we hang on, and the final Pokemon is going to be a Drifblim. I'm like, okay, so we're counting the fast moves. There's 2, there's 3. I have to get off 3 Rock Slides in order to win this game, but this is why Excadrill is just so glassy. I have to throw another one right here. I could have gone for one, I should have gone for one more Mud Shot, because then we would have gotten to 4 Hexes. So now we are going to see 2, 3. I wouldn't have been able, I was 2 fast moves away right there. But that is going to be a good game right there. Abomasnow is like the core breaker of this team. So yeah, it's kind of tough to deal with that. But yeah, that is going to be a good battle right there. Very well played to my opponent. So that was my Excadrill team that I did decide to use. Like I said, this team was made by ThoTechtical. I decided to put a Alolan Muck in there. You guys could also use Snorlax. If you guys don't have the Aqua Tail Gyarados, try Dragonite. So maybe like Dragonite, Excadrill, Snorlax, or maybe you could try the Galarian Stunfisk team, so it'd be Dragonite, Excadrill, and Polion. A lot of different options here, but Excadrill, do know you guys do need a shield. You need to save that, especially if you take out the counter user early or that Swampert early. Save those shields for it, and it should do well to sweep for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.